Spoken brilliantly, but at the same time, I will just speak from what Ghana and this my other brother has said. You see, sometimes as Nigerians, we always love to talk from a place of privilege, or when something has never happened to us before. You see, what we call HEX is a very expensive thing. When you are saying planning, even as a business person in Nigeria today, you plan. You still see something, contingency. They call it contingency. And in Nigeria today, I don't think any of us are even saving for this contingency. If you are saving for it, come out and tell us you are saving. Do you understand? This is the country that is in a disastrous situation. We have government, and the duty of government is to subsidize things like health, security. There are basic things that every citizen of a country must have basic right to, if not all, at least basic. So now, when it comes to the hospital, at that point, when it got to a point where the life is being threatening now, you do all what you can do, and man security at the place. These people must not live here until they settle their bills. They do it every day, and we know this. So why are you keeping blame to these people?
I'm not going to blame the man entirely, but as a married man and your wife is pregnant, you have 9 months to plan. You have 9 months to either save for any emergency that can happen, either a normal delivery or a C-section. So you have 9 months to continue saving until that delivery day. So for that date to reach, and as a man you don't have money to pay your wife fee, it's a whole height of irresponsibility. Yeah, to me, that's what I think. And also for hospitals, I think they would have attended to the woman despite the deposit, but they can't release you until you make your payment. Okay. So I blame the two parties.
Okay. Well,
the husband. Okay. Because as a woman, you're pregnant, you're supposed to go for antenatal.
Okay.
So it means for 9 months you've not been attending antenatal. So you endanger your life and that of your child. So now there are primary health cares you can go to. Why go to private hospitals when you know you can't afford the payments? So I blame the family.
Okay. Thank you.
I do not absolve all of these points that are being made here. They are valid.
Okay.
But bros, say you don't become, say we don't dey absolve men of their responsibility too many times. A lot of men are now being, now let me make this point clear. It is now a Nigerian thing that you young couples who are, let's say, ready by age to get married, but not financial, emotional and other way to get married are getting married. We too get too many men and women, average Nigerians getting married, they born 4, 5, 3. Why? Why are you born in 3, 4, 5? This man is his third child. You don't have money. You are in a 1 room, 2 room. You are still living like this. See, if you check my DM, this man's case, there are a lot of them like that. Me will be 30 something. I don't get sense why I know they marry. Why all of you are they marry and take care of my You will come, you will absorb, you born 5 children. You for the next 10 years, you have not planned your life, how it's going to be. If this one fails, that one fails, you are getting married, you born 3, 4, 5 children. They're in the streets, they're into fraud, they're into this. Okay. Why? Because you cannot do your job as a man.
Thank you. Sorry, why are you facing him?
No, we're absorbing men. Okay. A lot, see, do you know when men fail to do their job, there will be chaos. People will start going out of their way to survive.
Thank you. Okay, response please.
Place will happen. We've also seen situations, people with HMOs go to the hospital. For example, when my wife was about to put to bed, we have an HMO. But I looked at it, the procedure they were asking us to go through. Baba, instead of me to go through that procedure, ma pay money, make we do and make we dey go. So there are a lot of hindrances around this whole thing that we cannot just box and say the man is at fault. Like people had been saying, we should not also excuse the fact that humanity is very key.
Okay.
Humanity is key. Okay. We've seen instances where people go to the hospital, even with your money, nurses talks to you anyhow, and they don't respect you. Okay. Humanity is key, please. Okay. It's not about money. Humanity.
Thank you.
Why? I started by talking about humanity. We have left humanity to be secondary and religion to be primary. I'm not going to dwell into any religious conversation right now. But I'm saying, I don't know, but I think there are some old doctors take humanity first and all of that. I do understand that hospital is a business. Yeah. He needs to make money. If he keeps taking deliveries free every day, he will not make money. He won't even break even. He won't be able to pay his staff. I get it. But hey, if you go to general hospitals, you'll see that there are so many. I once had a surgery in Igbobi. Igbobi is in Lagos. And there were so many people there that they haven't gone home because they've not been able to pay. But guess what? They've done the treatments and they are alive, and there are NGOs that come and pay.
Okay.
So in summary, the couple should be absolved of any blame, and it should be humanity. The hospital should be blamed for it.
Thank you.
I understand where he's coming from as regards where he's placing his blames, hospital and the man. But I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to share the blame, okay? The question being asked is, who do we blame as it? But I think I blame the hospital 100 because this is where humanity comes into play. The man might have even saved as much as 4 million. Things happen overnight. Okay? And what of, this is where it takes this, it takes us to too many angles of marriage and humanity and commitment and all of that. Even the woman knows she will give birth. Okay? So you can't just say the man knows blah 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 and all of that. Yes, good and fine. But as a couple, as a unit, you both are together. So if we're going to blame somebody, it's the couple, not the man exclusively. And
intact, you rather approach the most of the public hospitals in Lagos are very okay, standard, well equipped. So why approaching the private? You have free services elsewhere. So my blame goes to the family actually. Okay, because this has been debated over and over and over. But once you don't have this information, that's a problem. So please confirm this in FCT in case you have a wife who is pregnant. It is free starting from today. So you can enjoy the service. Yes, FCT has been. Let me just address some of your points. Let me address some of these points. She says something very germane, that the private hospitals are all out to make profits. However, I'm from Lagos State. And I can tell you for sure that most of the public hospitals in Lagos State give free services to pregnant women.
Delivery?
Yes. And now, as of today, FCT administration just launched in all the public hospitals in Abuja free service deliveries just today. You can confirm it.
Are you doctor? Go ahead. Are you a medical person?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Follow up. So please, I would rather blame the husband. If you know you cannot afford it, you don't need to go to the private hospitals. If you have your information, okay, and information is key, information is power. If you have your information,
in Nigeria, or should I say Africa, we always fail to plan. And if you fail to plan, definitely you will always be the person they are going to plan for. One, pregnancy takes from 7 to 9 months, right? Don't they know anything they call HMO? There's no health insurance. They're not looking at that. The guy is working. There are so many health insurance that you can pay instrumentally. You're going to pick an hospital that is closer to you. You getting there and they're not saying, I'm not going to blame the hospital 100%. I'm going to blame the man and the wife. They are both working. They could have been saving small. Do you understand? Small, and start buying baby things. You can't just go and buy it at once. Do you understand? That's one. Even if you're not working, your friends comes visiting, they will still give you arms. You can use that to plan ahead. There is USAID. It works in Nigeria. My junior brother used it. What I paid for my own HMO was not even up to, it's only up 30% of what they paid. So why are they not saying that? Now you're talking about the hospital. Let's blame the hospital because it's too expensive. Do you know how much they pay for their license, for their rent, for their lights? So let's calculate all these things. Those people had to plan from the beginning, but they did not. So let's put the blame on them first.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. First, let me start by saying that your priorities in life, your goals, your aspiration, your set goals are different from another person. It's just unfortunate that this has happened to him. Otherwise, he never complains to you even where he's living, that he's not comfortable, right? So it has happened. And it's also unfortunate because we've also seen people who spend hundreds of millions in childbirth. They still die, the children die, wife die. So first, we should understand that. And when people say that Nigerians do not plan, I think it's a wrong assertion and don't give it to us. As Nigerians, we plan. It is only unfortunate that our situation, both economically and otherwise, do not help us to sustain our plans. Because in most times, you have plans already, you have things set up for what you want to do. Unfortunately, things that should not happen in the first.
To add to what Mr. Ghana has already said, yeah, a lot of us speak out of privilege and exposure. Let's understand that if you watch that video, you would know for a fact that that man and his wife are not exposed. So the level of information you have, you do not expect them to have that kind of information. It could be that when the wife was pregnant, what was in their head was if she wants to give birth, you call the pastor, wife, make a complaint. A lot of it happened in the trenches. Now the man online see today. A lot of it happened. So yeah, if you know that this thing pains you so much, go to these communities and preach about this HMO, NHIS, all of them. Let them know about it. If you go, a lot of these women are dying. And it's just that this man was able to bring his wife to the hospital today. That's why we had this news. Aside, it's not like they're not planning. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Today you go to the market, buy a 100 naira. Tomorrow a basket is 15,000. They have 2 kids.